Good evening, everyone. I've got 6:30 on my clock, so I want to be respectful of everyone's time. I apologize for the lighting in here. I need all the help I can get, and this is not helping, but we're going to go with it tonight because the information is really what we're here for. So I won't be before you long. Just want to thank everybody for coming. Team, thank you so much for all you have done and what you're about to do and sharing information with our families. Families, just want to remind everybody that, we have 5 core values that we try to make all of our decisions, provide our information, just about our thought and our action. And so those are students are first, and I'm going to come back to that in a second. Then we're about excellence, we're about equity, we're about teaming, and we're about joy. So we want to have a good time when we're doing what we're doing. And so students, you're the whole reason we have a school, but that goes both ways. And so we need you at the same time. I know this is not going to be a shocking statement when I say, if you are in school, you will do better at school. I mean, that's pretty evident, but we are finding some striking data that says how much better, how much more caught up you will be, how much growth you will have if your attendance is regular. And so I know we're in such a crazy time. It's an unprecedented time. I just hear that word every day, but it truly is, with COVID, with just the rebounding of that, with the weather we've had. The whole time has just been kind of disjointed up and down and a little bit that way. But I just want to ask, as we partner through all of this work, that if you can be present on campus, and by present I mean fully present, prepared, on time, in my class, asking questions, answering questions. If you can do that at every turn, I need you to do that. When you can't do that, we need to make sure that we have a solid plan for you, that's going to bridge that gap until we can do that again. And so I put that out when I say students first. Then something else that I want to ask you to do tonight, after you get all this wonderful information, is then share that with anybody and everybody that you can. We are truly working to make sure this is the best high school experience that anybody in Guilford County or in our area can receive. And so we need to hear your voice, but then as we're doing that, I need your voice to go elsewhere too. Okay, and so I want you to share all of this information with your peers, with your friends peers, whoever that you need to share it with, so that they know when you come to Western Guilford, it's not about just today. This is about 10 years from now. This is about when you have a family and you've completed your school, or you've been at work, or you've served in the service, any of those kinds of things. But this is about 10 years from now, and that's the work that we're doing. I'm so proud of our staff and our students and our families, the way we've just pulled together during this crazy time, to make sure we have those opportunities all the time. But it's going to take all of us. Everybody gets to lead the ship. I get to lead it sometimes. Everybody else gets to lead it sometimes. We all need to be doing all of those things as we go through. And so I thank you for attending this evening. I appreciate that you're here to get this valuable information. I know as we're talking about registration information in particular, we really have to be all over that. Students, I'm talking to you. You do not want me picking your classes for next school year. And so you need to make sure you're partnering with your counselor, make sure you're working with Ms. Sapusik, make sure you come into the media center, you come see us, you go see your teachers, all the things you need to do to make sure that, hey, I sign up for the classes next year that I A, need, and B, that I want. Okay, so that we can build a schedule to meet both of those things. And so I thank you in advance, students, for doing that. You've got to do part of the heavy lifting too, but we're certainly all in this thing together. And last thing, I'm going to ask another favor. So I feel like I've asked way more favors than giving you good information tonight, but you're about to get that. So last favor for me, if you do not follow us on social media, I think Ms. Leedy's going to provide us with something in the chat later, or we'll put out some things. However it is, you can get connected to that. Ms. Leedy, thank you for doing that, because there's going to be a really important announcement tomorrow, and I want to make sure that everybody that can get it gets it. And so this is news to the staff who's on here as well. So it's going to be pretty exciting. I'm pretty pumped about it. But thank you guys so much for attending. Team, thank you again. I really appreciate all your work. I'm proud of the work that we're doing. As a school community, we have done so many wonderful things, and there are so many wonderful things to come, but I'm really excited about the work that we're doing together. So I thank you so much for that. With that, I'm going to yield the rest of my time. and then turn it over. Miss Leedy, I think, are you driving this and emceeing this show for us? If you are, we can't hear you.
Turning it over to Miss Kelly Evans. Thank you so much.
Hi, everyone. This is Kelly Evans, and I'm the lead counselor at Western Guilford High School. And we'd just like to review our registration information and acquaint you with for rising ninth graders and parents, and for our students who are still here, who are coming back to us for 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. This is our administrative staff, Mr. Newland, who you just met, Mrs. Burnett, Mrs. Leedy, and Mr. Fleming are assistant principals, and they work alphabetically. So when you come up to Western, you'll find out who your administrator is. And this is our counseling group. We have 5 counselors, and as you can see, and we're going to post this so you all can use this as a reference, but we work across grade alphabets. So Ms. Steele is A through C, and Mr. Brower is COP through HA. So you can get a sense of, we split up the alphabet so that we can all work with students. We're happy we have 5 counselors. That started a couple years ago, and we're really grateful because it allows us to spend a bit more time with our kids and parents. We also have, as part of our counseling services, Miss Porter, she's our school social worker. We have Miss McLaughlin, who is our graduation coach and virtual learning coordinator. We have lots of kids who take classes online. And then Miss Sharon Anderson is our counseling department secretary. So it's just to go through our registration information. If you're interested in applying for our TDL or our Advanced Placement Academies, and we hope you are, please get into Schoolmint and register to come to Western Guilford for AP Capstone or TDL. We can help you to do both, but please sign up and register your interest for those by February 1st, and that's on Schoolmint. And then school counselors will meet with you to complete your registration requests. The registration dates for online course registrations are March 6th through the 14th. And then we'll be working with students as a follow-up from March 15th through April 30th. The district asked that all of the counselors meet with their students at least once a year, and this is one of the times that we always strive to make sure that we get your course, meet with you, so we know that you selected your courses thoughtfully. We really want to make sure you sign up for what you want to take. We have a great form this year that Ms. Steele created, so we'll be able to, you'll bring home course requests, and there'll be a copy for a parent to sign and keep, and there'll be also a copy for a student. And Miss Leedy may jump in if I've forgotten something, or if she just wants to clarify some of this information. So registration information, as you know, we've gone to an electronic registration, and it's done through PowerSchool. So the agenda that Miss Leedy created, you'll see there's all kinds of information posted there that will be helpful for you in terms of courses that are offered for 10th through 12th graders, courses that are offered for 9th graders. The registration will be done through the PowerSchool portal. And as we mentioned, that will be open to parents and students from March 6th to the 14th. So if you and your student want to go in and select your courses, you are welcome to do so. And then we will review those courses with the students after the portal closes to parents and students. And then we know that student email is really important, and with COVID, we know a lot of students have been using it, but here are some handy instructions in the event that you haven't really been using it, maybe in middle school. but you're going to go to office.com and sign in using your GCS student login. Locate the Microsoft Outlook icon and then open Outlook to view your student email. We really ask that our kids check their student email often. At the high school level, if your student decides to take a course, they're going to be registered through their student email, and their virtual teachers will contact them through their emails. So it's really important that they get in the habit of checking that email. The GCS parent registration letter, which mentions most of the information that I've just reviewed, is also linked on the agenda tonight. And you'll be able to see the website for Western Guilford High School. You'll be able to see the registration handbook and all the information about courses that are available to you as a 10th through 12th grader or as a 9th grader. So again, this was to underscore how important it is to use your GCS email. And again, we've put the instructions right here in case students are not familiar with using their GCS email. We really want to make sure you guys get used to that. Course requests matter. So this is really important, families and students. Our school master schedule is developed based on the courses that you enter. So if you say you want to do AP English Literature, and then you want to do a creative writing course, and you want to do a certain math class, it's very hard for us to help you change your schedule in the fall because we probably won't have room if you decide to change your mind and say, oh, I don't want to do creative writing, I want to do speech and debate. It's really hard for us, and we want to make sure that you guys are really thoughtful about these classes. And that's why that registration handbook is so helpful, and why our meeting with, when you meet with your counselor students, it's real helpful to know what you're thinking about taking. And we really want to make sure that you are thoughtful about signing up for classes.